All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Dad, ready. Focus, defense, focus.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Don't play this way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check safety, check safety.
Now it's Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Jeff, wait. Lock it in. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. One day. That's left. No. 49, check 49, check 49.
It's a jet sweep. Sanders. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Flacco. And able to find Garcon. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, Lindsay. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Flacco. The Sanders has got it complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll try the draw. Lindsay. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 44 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got a man. Complete. 33 yards that time. It's a great throw right there and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
A gain on the play. That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that. But they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Brown 80. Check pass. Check pass.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Here we go. Check 43. Check. Lucky. Rush middle.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Orbit.
On second and goal. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line. All you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Two teams spill. Check 37. Check 56. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, it's Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flacco looks to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tackles. Deuce.
They'll run on first down. Wade, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18.
I'm here all day. Monday. Mike 51. Hey, Echo. Get your swarm on. Let's go. Mike 51.
From the gun, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Both sevens and Mike. Hey, tight.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 20-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the slant.
Riddick with a carry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Flacco. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Roger, 5-0.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Gun. Hurry up. From
the gun, it's a run for Freeman. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, it's Freeman.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Denver.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, we got to get this stop here, Dave. Kill.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Freeman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Here's Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. First and 10 right at the 20. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. On third down, it's Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now on second down, this is Gore. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Set! Lock it in! I'm going to come back to you. Lock it! Back to you. What? Twist!
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. The former Sooner, Cody Ford, second-round pick back in April, guilty there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
He's got Gore. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick your game up. Check 3.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wait. Okay, in. 51. Here we go, Keith.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
40 high. 180. Let's make these babies cry.
On 2nd and 12, Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
Allen now throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsay, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. To return is Roberts. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch the eye.
Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Wild Bill. Showing it. Middle. Hey, seam 6. 51 to Mike.
Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. He's going deep for got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. This time the extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Monday.
Here's Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it's Flacco. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check.
On 1st down, it's Wade. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The tackle made by Kareem Jackson. A gain of 4.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Bravo. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 1st down, Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Flacco leads to Lindsay on the draw. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this return is going to